Good morning, boys and girls. This is the last story in the book, The Stories Julian Tells. And I want to read it. And one thing that I want you to notice, and then notice in your writing and in your reading, are the ways the author starts this story. This particular story starts out with the author telling us something to try to get us interested enough that we keep reading. Let's see if it works. Okay, Gloria, who might be my best friend. Now, titles are important, and this one makes me wonder why somebody might be a best friend. You can see there's a picture of a kite and the tail and a big long string. I know from doing kites over the years that that's not the way the string looks if the kite is up in the air, but it does look interesting for the page. All right, so let's begin. If you have a girl for a friend, people find out and tease you. That's why I didn't want a girl for a friend. Not until this summer when I met Gloria. Well, that is a wonderful beginning to this story because when I was growing up, every time I said I had a friend, and then I said the friend's name, if it was a girl, my family would tease me. Wasn't nice. It's not okay to tease. But this one paragraph, this one little bit of an introduction makes me want to read the rest of this story. So let's keep going. It happened one afternoon when I was walking down the street by myself. My mother was visiting a friend of hers, and Huey was visiting a friend of his. Huey's friend is 5, and so I think he's too young to play with. And there aren't any kids just my age. I was walking down the street feeling lonely. Lonely is when you don't have any friends or you don't feel like anybody wants to be with you. A block from our house, I saw a moving van in front of a brown house. The men were carrying in chairs and tables and bookcases and boxes full of I don't know what. I watched for a while, and suddenly I heard a voice right behind me. "Who are you?" I turned round, and there was a girl in a yellow dress. She looked the same age as me. She had curly hair that was braided into 2 pigtails with red ribbons at the ends. "I'm Julian," I said. "Who are you?" "I'm Gloria," she said. "I come from Newport. Do you know where Newport is?" I wasn't sure, but I didn't tell Gloria. "It's a town on the ocean," I said. "Right," Gloria said. "Can you turn a cartwheel?" She turned sideways and did 2 cartwheels on the grass. I had never tried a cartwheel before, but I tried to copy Gloria. My hands went down in the grass, my feet went up in the air, and I fell over. I looked at Gloria to see if she was laughing at me. If she was laughing at me, I was going to go home and forget about her. But she just looked at me very seriously and said, "It takes practice." And then I liked her. I know where there's a bird's nest in your yard," I said. "Really?" Gloria said. "There weren't any trees in the yard or any birds where I lived before." I showed her where a robin lives and has eggs. Gloria stood up on a branch and looked in. The eggs were small and pale blue. The mother robin squawked at us, and she and the father robin flew around our heads. "They want us to go away," Gloria said. She got down from the branch, and we went around to the front of the house and watched the moving men carry 2 rugs and a mirror inside. "Would you like to come over to my house?" I said. "All right," Gloria said, "if it's all right with my mother." She ran in the house and asked. It was all right, so Gloria and I went to my house, and I showed her my room and my games and my rock collection. And then I made strawberry Kool-Aid, and we sat at the kitchen table and drank it. "You have a red mustache on your mouth," Gloria said. "You have a red mustache on your mouth, too," I said. Gloria giggled, and we licked them off the mustaches with our tongues. "I wished you'd lived here a long time," I told Gloria. Gloria said, "I wish I would, too." "I know the best way to make wishes," Gloria said. "What's that?" I asked. "First you make a kite. Do you know how to make one?" "Yes," I said. I know how. I know how to make good kites because my father taught me. We make them out of 2 crossed sticks and folded newspaper. All right, Gloria said. That's the first part of making wishes that come true. So let's make a kite. We went into the garage and spread out sticks and newspaper and made a kite. I fastened on the kite string and went to the closet and got rags for a tail. Do you have some paper and 2 pencils? Gloria asked, because now we make the wishes. I didn't know what she was planning, but I went in the house and got the pencils and paper. All right, Gloria said. Every wish you want to have come true, you write on a long, thin piece of paper. You don't have to tell me your wishes, or you don't tell me your wishes, and I don't tell you mine. If you tell, your wishes don't come true. And if you look at the other person's wishes, your wishes don't come true. Gloria sat down on the garage floor and started writing her wishes. I wanted to see what they were, and I went to the other side of the garage and wrote my other wishes instead. I wrote, Number 1, I wish I could see catalog cats. Number 2, I wish the fig tree would be the tallest in town. Number 3, I wished I'd be a great soccer player. Number 4, I wish I could ride in an airplane. Number 5, I wish Gloria would stay here and be my best friend. I folded my 5 wishes in my fist and went over to Gloria. How many wishes did you make? Gloria asked. 5, I said. How many did you make? 2, Gloria said. I wondered what they were. Now we put the wishes on the tail of the kite, Gloria said. Every time we tie one piece of a rag to the tail, we fasten a wish to the knot, or in the knot. You can put yours in first. I fastened mine in, and then Gloria fastened in hers. And we carried the kite into the yard. You hold the tail, I told Gloria, and I'll pull. We ran through the backyard with the kite, past the garden and the fig tree, and went into the open field beyond our yard. The kite started to rise. The tail jerked heavily like a long white snake. In a minute, the kite passed the roof of my house and was climbing toward the sun. We stood in the open field looking up at it. I was wishing I would get my wishes. I know it's going to work, Gloria said. How do you know? When we take the kite down, Gloria told me, there shouldn't be one wish in the tail. When the kite takes all your wishes, or when the wind takes all your wishes, that's when you know it's going to work. The kite stayed up for a long time. We both held the string. The kite looked like a tiny black spot in the sun, and my neck got stiff from looking at it. Shall we pull it in? I asked. All right, Gloria said. We drew in the string more and more until like a tired bird, the kite fell at our feet. We looked at the tail. All of our wishes were gone. Probably they were still flying higher and higher in the wind. Maybe I would get to see the catalog cats, and get to be a good soccer player, and have a ride in an airplane, and the tallest fig tree in town. And Gloria would be my best friend. Gloria, I said, did you wish we would be friends? You're not supposed to ask me that, Gloria said. I'm sorry, I answered, but inside I was smiling. I guessed one thing Gloria wished for. I was pretty sure we would be friends. Oh, boys and girls, I like that story. And I like how it started out when it was telling us that he didn't want a girl for a friend, but because of things that happen, now he was actually wishing for this girl to be his friend, and at the very end, he was sure that they were going to be friends. Boys and girls, that's something that authors do in our books. They start us off in ways that make us want to read the rest of it, and then they give us little clues all through the book, all through the story, and at the end, they make us understand what the opening was about, what the beginning of the story was about. So, what a great way to start this book. All right, when you are reading your books at your house, I want you to look for the ways that the authors are starting your books. Are they ways that are going to make you want to read more? And how did they do that? Okay, pay attention to that. That's something that we can look for when we're reading, and it's something we can try to do when we are writing. All right, strong, important openings. All right, have a great day and have fun reading and writing. All right. I hope you enjoyed the stories Julian tells. We'll start another one in a couple of days. Bye-bye.